Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained. And as you can tell by the ticker tape down at the bottom, this is going to be an unboxing. I think that inside this box that I just received yesterday will be Bushido RPG. I recently purchased it on eBay, I think for about $35, and you are going to witness, a true unscripted unboxing. So I'm hoping that the quality, and condition of the game is as good as I'm kind of expecting. I know it's a used game. It was played with, but the images on it did look, really quite decent. Let's see if I expand this a little bit. Not too crazy about my camera. The other thing that this could possibly be is this could also be Gangbusters, TSR. Hold on. This could also be Gangbusters, TSR role-playing game also from the 80s. I've been stocking up on my 80s RPGs that I really enjoyed back then, and it is actually Bushido. All right, so, and what I'm seeing is not exactly, all right, so a little bubble pack. So here it is. All right, so Bushido. And they did say that the cover, did have a split, on the end, so you can actually see that. But it's not like a really ragged split. What I can probably do is put a little tape on the inside, on the inside lip, and then just secure that once again. Not terribly bad. So I'm okay with that. Didn't quite expect it to be perfect anyway. This is the map. And the map is actually in quite good shape. So you can see it doesn't look like it's been opened very many times. And the inside of the map is sample encounters. So it almost acts as a GM screen. All right. Actually smells old. So that is pretty good. Now, it's been like 35 or more years since I've actually played this game. So looking at the things that are inside, is kind of a flashback to, those old days. Interesting, they put a measuring scale on here. I guess you use it with the map so that you can measure the distance. So this says the interval is 1/2 inch equals 1/2 yard, and so they, I've never quite seen that before. I don't recall it from this game where they have a measurement on the GM screen. So this is a GM screen as well. A lot of information on here. Initial attitude table, I guess NPC reactions, and on the inside they have spells, backlash effects table, the structure of Nippon society, weapons chart, range modifiers, and circumstance combat modifiers for hand-to-hand combat for missile weapons and such. And going on the back table, the character and battle table. foes in battle table, harvest modifiers, so quite a bit. So going back to some of the games back in the 80s, yeah, some of them were kind of crunchy. You know, a lot of different tables and systems that they used. So this is book number two. I'll get back to book number two. So here is book number one, and wow, I mean, if you look at this binding here, let's see if I can do this right. So if you look at the binding here, you can see the book is in awesome condition. All right, and even when I went to open it, if you can look at this binding here, I mean, it's a pretty stiff binding. This book really hasn't been used very much at all. It almost feels like if I open it a little bit, it actually flexes, which tells me that, you know, the book itself is really pristine. I don't think it's been used. And so this is the book number one, the rules book. And really tiny text, so real small text, dense text. So a lot of rules to this game. And then this is the Land of Nippon. And once again, very tight binding on it. The book just feels like it hasn't been opened very much, which stands to reason. So quite happy with the book so far. Like I said, the only drawback so far is the top box, the box lid. So this is Fantasy Games Unlimited and a list of the products that they had at the time. So Space Opera, they have Filmar, Ariel Games. Yeah, we got quite a bit of, quite a few things there. Be interesting to look at. These are character sheets, so a number of character sheets. Fairly simple, fairly simple sheets. Will be easy to make copies of them. And there seems to be a number of them. Actually, one of them, these are probably copies. And then this is the original, which is a harder cardboard. And there seems to be, it's a calendar. So this is a calendar, so the spring, the summer, the fall, and then the 12 months in Japanese. And, once I get back into the rules and try to figure it out. So the person obviously made some photocopies of the character sheets, or these were the original character sheets that came along with a more hardcover copy of it. The bottom box is actually in excellent condition. So it's just the top that was a little bit out of sorts as far as the... Actually, let me just repackage this a little better. I don't need the order sheet as much. And I want this on top. The Land of Nippon, book 2, once again. I'll put the main book on top here. And then we're going to finish off with the map and the GM screen. A little repair on the lid here. So what I intend to do is I intend to continue collecting my, that's a kind of a weird bow in the top of the box here. So a little bit of flex there. But what I intend to do is continue to buy back, buy some of these games. So even though I have these in PDF, I certainly wanted to get, those games that like I said, I enjoyed playing back in the 1980s as a, teenager. And this will give me the opportunity to get enthusiastic about these older games and to start running some one-shots, which is the next thing that I'm planning on doing. So I have my Bushido now, and then I'm expecting Gangbusters, tomorrow at some point or sometime very soon. And I'm also expecting the original TSR Conan the Barbarian role-playing game. That one I'm really stoked for. And I'm expecting that to be in excellent condition. And I got it fairly cheap as well. So once again, this one here, very happy with it, especially for the price that I paid. I think I paid about $35, maybe $37 or so for it. So, quite happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed. I can take the question mark off of this now. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Unscripted and Unchained. I'm going to continue doing unboxings whenever I get some new items or items that I purchased off of off of eBay or the internet, and also when I get brand new items. So I am expecting a few games that when I get them, I'll also open them up for the viewers to just kind of check things out and see how the packaging and everything comes together for some of these upcoming games. Conan Exiles is another game that I'm expecting to pick up the collector's edition. So hopefully that box comes to me hopefully by the summertime, so I could do an unboxing of that as well. So once again, happy gaming. Enjoy yourselves out there. Another weekend coming up. Looking to do some gaming probably by Sunday. So you all have a good weekend.